Well guys, after a couple days of seeing the 06 sit on jack stands, I had enough, and here's what I did, or I'm doing. Now, these are military 37s, which if you know anything about them, they are 16.5s always, no way around that. And these trucks come factory with 17s, those ones, as you know. So in order to get these to fit, you either have to grind your caliper a lot, have a wheel with a bunch of back spacing to space it out, or put spacers on it. These wheels do not have enough back spacing in them, so I had to go with the spacer route. However, I'm not planning on driving this truck anywhere other than around town and to the gas station and stuff. Not even going to take it on the highway. So I'm not very concerned. I don't think it'll fall apart or wheels are going to fall off. I'm usually very strongly against spacers in the front. I think if you have spacers in the back, everything's torqued to spec and right, usually you're okay. I mean, best case scenario is no spacers, of course, but definitely don't like them in the front. But I think for this instance, it'll be okay, considering it's not really hardly gonna get driven, if at all. So I have spacers in the front and sticks out quite a bit. I have, or my brother has spacers I can borrow to throw on the rear. However, I want to see how it looks without a spacer, just to see how far it sticks out and if it matches the front or not. So I'm gonna go grab one and throw it on there, and we're gonna have a look-see and see how she looks. Well, I just threw the back wheel up there, and definitely does not match the front at all. Definitely gonna have to go grab the spacers. This axle is sitting a little crooked just because of the way it's jacked up right now, but definitely gonna have to go grab the spacers. So let's go run and get them. Pretty warm day for Wisconsin right about now. Now the sun just needs to come out and be real nice out. And this is what we came here for. And if you're wondering, my brother does build cool stuff too. He lifted this Ram Charger, built the bumper for it, did a shackle flip in the back, and he's about to do a 1-ton axle swap on it. So pretty sweet toy it's gonna be. Well, now we're headed back to the old house. Got 2 spacers for the rear, and we should be in pretty good shape to throw it back together. Well, there you guys have it. What do you think? Definitely an old school look, that's for sure. I'm gonna fire it up, let it warm up a little bit, and then we're gonna see if this thing can possibly turn. Stay tuned. Now we're gonna try driving through some deeper snow and see what happens. Might send a tire into the fender or get stuck. Not really sure. Not the deepest, but no problem so far. I think I have a bad carrier bearing in here, so we might be doing, might have hit there. I'm gonna just back up and spin around. I think I have a bad carrier bearing, so probably another time we'll replace that. I definitely love the way they look though. I love the small wheels, big tires, not much lift kind of look. Pretty much too much stance though, I guess, to run around here without having to worry about the cops constantly bugging you. But with fender flares, I bet it'd go alright. Just crawling around. Well, I think that'll just about wrap it up for this video. I think we're gonna research and look into grinding the calipers and see what we can do there. I think it would definitely help with our rubbing issue. If we did bring the wheels in farther, I definitely think they wouldn't come into the fender nearly as bad, but we'll find out. That or longer control arms. Oh, I probably should mention, for any of you interested or wondering, I do have a 3-inch leveling kit, just the pretty much blocks in front, nothing in the rear, completely factory in the rear. Yeah, so that's all I have for suspension on this truck right now. I guess it works. I definitely want, I need well, all new front end parts, but different control arms and whatnot. But it did, where we're having issues is right here. Is where it kind of pushed in, and I know my fenders are rotted. So is my box and cab corners. They need to be done. Yeah, you can see right there is where it pushed in. So I think if the tire was sitting in further, it wouldn't push into that nearly as bad. Or if I had longer control arms and an aftermarket front bumper, wouldn't have that issue either. But man, does this thing, I just love the way this looks right now. Pretty sure I have a water pump going bad. So this truck is in all sorts of needs as far as maintenance goes. So I will probably not be driving this thing. I'll just cruise around in the VP 44, the 01, and let this thing sit while I come up with money. For those of you that don't know, which is probably a good majority of you, like I said, my fiance, I mentioned her in a couple of videos recently. That's kind of why I don't have money, not because of her, but because of our wedding coming up soon, which costs a lot of money. So that's kind of what's slowing me down right now. That and the house needs lots of, not lots, but some TLC. So we'll do what we can, try and get stuff as we can afford it. And the other problem is, don't ever have 3 project trucks, well 4 technically. It doesn't work very well. Just stick to 1. That's my advice for today, and thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like or a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.